Trading Nut, episode 156.
State the time when you should analyze the charts, when you usually trade, and each and every day follow this plan. Learn to consistently analyze the charts. Learn to do that day after day. Yes, you must learn to be disciplined.
The market's going to do something. Your job is not to fight it.
The market never, ever runs away. It's always there.
That personal diary of trading will make you a much better trader than...
I could be right about the direction, but wrong about the trade.
Don't focus on the monetary side.
Trying to make too much money on a trade is what I have seen killed every trader.
Your losses offer you some of the greatest insight you can find into your mistakes.
Relax, learn the process.
Candlestick pattern trading is a freaking trap.
Don't be in a rush to become a millionaire.
Let the market tell you what the market wants to tell you.
This podcast is not financial, trading, or investing advice of any kind. What's up, traders? Welcome to this first installment of Trading Nut for 2022. Can't believe how time has flown by now. Guys, hope you had a great Christmas and New Year period and you're ready to hit the trading year full force. Now, if you do want some extra motivation before we get into the trading year or to get you started, then do check out the episode I shot before this, 155, where there's a whole bunch of quotes. In fact, 22 quotes from traders on the Trading Nut podcast to give you that added motivation and a little bit of education in there as well to get you through 2022 and beyond. Now, today we've got Vasily here on the show. Now, Vasily is a Forex, crypto, and index trader. He's Russian, but didn't cut his mustard in Russia. He actually did it in a different country. You're going to find out what country that was, and it seemed to be completely geared to creating traders back in the day when he was starting out. So you're going to find out all about that in the show. Now, we also did a video afterwards where Vasily breaks down how he picks trend reversal points. Now, I really liked his top-down analysis on this. It was a very, very good and clear explanation of exactly how he does it, how you get in, how you get out of the trade, if it's a stopped out or if it's a take profit. We actually do see whether or not the trade he picks on that video did play out in the market and become a profitable trade and get him in the trade as well. That's on SPX. So do check that out after this show. There'll be links underneath the video or in the podcast description. Now, other things over there on YouTube, we had the Happy Singles bot in December. Now, that one went really well. So it grew the account in the month of December by 11%, which means it could pass most of those evaluations that you get from funding providers like City Traders, Imperium, my sponsors here. So guys, if you do want to check that out, I don't know how it's going to go going forward, but it was the great little bot to get you that 10% within a month, only risking 1% per trade. So it was well within that range that was needed for most of these challenge requirements. Now, there are a few other bots available. Now, this one disappeared. It disappeared at the end of December, and a few other ones disappeared as well. So there's like 3 that have disappeared from the robot lab, part of my robot builders club. But as part of a special offer, I'm going to make those available again. If you do want to come on board, stay subscribed to everything, and I'll let you know when that promo kicks off this month of January 2022. You guys will get a chance to get access to those robots now that they've sort of disappeared from the robot lab, which is part of my robot builders club. So if you're looking to automate anything that you're doing there on a MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 platform, then we've got a great little community over there where I've got a course shows you how to automate virtually anything you can dream up or your full-on strategy without any coding at all, and I teach you what I've learned over the last 7+ years of doing this stuff. So guys, links under the video to that, and stay tuned for that offer that's going to come out this month of January. Now, last but not least, the Trailblazer robot is hitting the streets this January, so if you do come on board, you will get access to that. You'll be able to see a live account up there on tradingnut.com in the Robot Builders Club section. So if you want to see how that is going, then you can go and check that out there. And at the end of January, we've got the Genius Trader. It will be launching. You guys will be able to find out what that is and come on board if it's the right thing for you. So guys, stay tuned for that. Without further ado, let's get on with the show with Vasily. Hey folks, my sponsors City Traders Imperium have just launched some amazing changes to their funded trader program you got to check out. You can now skip the whole evaluation, trade gold as well as Forex, plus they've increased the drawdown you're allowed in both the evaluation and when funded. With C2I, it's even faster and easier to reach up to $4 million in funding with a 50 to 70% profit share. Click the link in the description to find out what else has changed. All right, folks, here we are on Trading Up. We've got Vasily here on the show, all the way from St. Petersburg in Russia. How are things over there?
Oh, very cold. Thank you for having me, by the way, Cam. It is very cold. This morning it is minus 10.
Wow.
It is, better to stay home and do the charting. Yeah.
Well, I'm the quite complete opposite here. I've had the hottest day of the year for us, I think. And I'm actually roasting in here, which is, it's not that hot for most people. It's only 23 degrees it got to, so it's probably quite normal for a lot of people in the world. Now, I'm so glad we got you on the show. So you've been hit up by a few people who are your fans. I've had a look at your YouTube channel. It's absolutely fantastic. So is your Instagram. A lot of knowledge in there, and we're going to try and glean some of that today. To start off with, though, how did you get into trading? What was your sort of journey into becoming a trader?
Yeah, good question. So, I was quite lucky with that because when I was 17, when I graduated from the high school, my parents wanted me to study in Europe. So I moved in Finland when I was 17 to get my higher education there. And it turned out that in contrast to Russia, trading in Finland was quite normal thing, when you sit on lectures, many students watch the charts, teachers discuss charting, and it is kind of the normal part of life. And people buy stocks, people buy options, people trade. And when I was living in Russia, when I was studying at school, everyone thought that trading is scam. Yes. And it is like the casino. But when I moved to Europe, when I moved to Finland, my mindset shifted. Yes, and I really, really, really wanted to try it by my own. Yes, that is basically how we started. Yeah,
cool, awesome. So it's quite interesting that Finland had this sort of trading culture. I mean, what year was that when you were sitting in lectures and people were trading at lectures? What year was that?
So I was 17 at the time, and it was 2013, 2014 when I started.
So it was so the whole sort of Forex industry and trading for your mobile phones were out and that sort of thing, which makes sense. Okay, cool. So all right. So once you decided, you're going to become a trader, you got into it. I mean, where did you go first, and what was your roadmap to get to where you are?
The first thing was the cost of trading, because the majority were trading stocks, and to me at the time, stocks trading was too expensive. Yes, the people that I asked about stocks trading told me that you need at least $2,000 account to trade with. And to me at that time, it was very big sum of money. And of course, my parents wouldn't give me such an amount of money just for gambling, for trading. So I started with Forex because it turned out that Forex is the cheapest there to trade. So I opened a small trading account, like $100, and with that I started my journey. Yes, this is how I started.
And so how did that $100 account go? Can you remember?
Yeah. As the majority starts, it was pure gambling. So I remember that I was trading actually from iPad. So I was on lectures, I was opening iPad, and without any charting at all, just with the moving averages, with the cross of the moving averages, I was trying to beat the market. Yes, I was looking for a high win rate with this moving averages, and of course this first account was blown. Yes, that is how it is, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. And so cross of moving average, very simple thing that everyone seems to start off with. What happened after that? Where did you go next? I was looking for people who would show me how to do the things properly. And I remember it was so cool. I got the French class, and it was phenomenally boring. And I was sitting and thinking about why. And the guy just in front of me, he was staring at charts. He was trading, and it turned out that he was Russian as well. And after the lecture, we had a very nice chat, and he introduced me to his trading style. He told me that he is trading for many years already, and he showed me the correct way to do the things. He showed me how to do the things properly. He shared with me very nice educational materials, and that is what. It really was the turning point, because the main problem of the majority of the people who start trading is that they are just paralyzed with its complexity. They don't know what to start with. So much material out there, so many videos on YouTube, so many strategies. And with this guy, he gave me the focus, yes, and that was very, very, very important for me. Yeah.
And can you remember what sort of things he was teaching you?
First of all, definitely he said that, and that is a very great advice for all the newbie traders. Don't trade from your phone. Don't trade from your iPad. Use the computer. Yes, it sounds simple, sounds silly, but it is very important, because when you see the ads on YouTube, the traders there say that like trade from your phone, make hundreds of dollars from your phone, but in fact, in my view, it is naturally impossible. And this guy gave me the advice to do the charting, to draw the support and resistance levels, to analyze multiple time frames. And he told me about he gave me the list of the patterns to study, to learn, and the trading instruments to watch and stuff. Yes. So the basics, basically, but very important basics. Yes.
Cool. Awesome. So how did you go then? So you had $100 account, you blew that, you learned these things. Did you find it improved your trading at all?
Then I started demo trading, and for a quite long period of time, I was on a demo account. My goal was just to get how the things work. I was naturally trying to make at least 50% accurate predictions. Yes, that was my goal. And I was focused on major dollar pairs, major pound pairs, euro pairs, and watching them each and every day during the lectures, and gambling with my DMA account. Yes, I was trying to improve my forecasting. Yes. And only when my technical analysis started to make sense to me, yes, once I realized how to do that consistently, yes, only then I started to think about real account trading again. Yeah, so that is the path, basically.
Okay. And so how did you go from there? So when did you become profitable, and was there a massive turning point that you had?
I was a struggling trader for 3 years. Yes, so it was a very long period. And the turning point, and the thing is, when you discuss trading with your peers, when you discuss it, when everyone shows the winning trades, everything looks so simple. But once you are alone in front of the screen, once it is the moment for you to make the trading decision, it turns out that it is very complicated. Yes. And 3 years, I was trying different strategies. I was trying different trading approaches. And actually, the turning point was the moment when I found Jason Stapleton on YouTube. Yes, he was a Forex trader at the time, very, very, very popular one. And he got a live trading room. Yes, where each and every day he was analyzing the Forex peers. He was showing his trades on the live account. It was transparent. You could watch his trading stats. And damn, that was mind-boggling to me. It was the moment when I finally got how things work. Yeah. And then I reached the point when I started to make zero from my transactions. Yes. Trading, I finally got this break even. Yes. So, and 1 year of break even trading led me to profitable trading. Yes. Yeah. And I really want to thank Jason and, by the way, and Akil for trainings. That was very important to me.
And how much effort were you putting in during this sort of 3-year period before you even met Jason and Akil and those guys? I mean, were you you obviously, I'm guessing you're at university, and then how much, like, were you massively dedicated, or still going out partying and stuff as a student?
Yeah. When you are a student, you have so much free time, especially during the lectures, because during the lectures, some people was watching the TV series, someone was reading, and I had so much time for chatting. So basically, the entire day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., I was staring at charts. Yes, and then coming home, if no parties, it's Finland, by the way. -20 in winter is quite normal average temperature. So everyone is staying at home, and that gave me the opportunity to spend all days long with charting. Yeah, so. Thank you, Finland, for giving me so much time for chatting,
and university for giving you the time as well. I mean, you just reminded me of when I was at university, which, like, it was the days before the internet. So imagine being at university with no internet. That was what it was. So I mean, once again, we had so much downtime, but no chance to become a trader then. Not really any chance unless you're in a library looking at a book. Completely different ball game. Now, okay, so cool. So you got trained up by Akil and the guys. Now, I mean, I speak. They've had a lot of traders go through their books and educated a lot of people along the way, and not every single one of them is going to become successful. So, what do you think helped you get to that point where this stuff actually started working for you versus the guys that tried it and moved on?
I think here everything depends on your motivation. So first of all, studying in university, I was very disappointed. My parents told me that the university is the road to success. Yes, there you become a professional. There you learn how to work in real life, and it is your path, your road to success. But it turned out that university, the studies there, the lectures there were very obsolete. So naturally, the knowledge that the teachers give us, they wouldn't give me the edge working in a company. Yeah, and after 1 year of studying there, I realized that I should do something by my own. I should pick the topic that I like, the sphere, the industry that I like, and work with that, learn that, yes, become a master in that, yes. So that is the first thing. And moreover, living in Finland, I was kind of a migrant, yes. And when you are a migrant, especially the Russian one, no one really likes Russian in Europe, unfortunately. And when I was looking for some job opportunities, when I was looking for something, no one even replies to your CV. No one really wants you to work in a good company. Unfortunately, even though they always talk about how tolerant they are. In fact, I know personally how it feels. Yes, and I was trying to show everyone that I really can make it. Yes, that I really can become successful, and I was really motivated to show everyone that I am here and I will make money. And I don't know how, but I will make them. Yes, that was my motivation. Yeah.
So what did you do, like, with this motivation? What did you do once you found Jason on YouTube? You started learning his content and or his education. What did you do to make sure that this was the thing that was going to get you, the lifestyle that you wanted?
I saw in university a lot of guys who were consistently profitable in trading, and they made their living just trading. So I saw that it is possible. Right. And moreover, I saw that even young guys like me can do that. Yes. And that actually helped me not to give up. Yes. Of course, these 3 years of struggling trading, it was extremely hard because you lose constantly. You blow the trading accounts. Yes. And only seeing the people who can do that, yes, only seeing that it is possible, yes, helped me to proceed, helped me not to give up. Yeah. Yes.
And I think that's a big thing, actually, because, for years, I was like, this is like way back in the day, that was one of the big things that just didn't give me the confidence that you could actually, there were people in here making money. Hence why I started the podcast years ago, because I sort of was like, are there any actual people making money in this industry? I couldn't work it out. And, after, this amount of time, I know that there are people making a lot of money. So these guys that were students that were basically paying their way through college, have you got any insights you can share with us as to how they were doing it and what they were doing?
What do you mean?
From how their approach to the markets, did you get any insight into like how they approach the markets so that they could A, have an account big enough to make enough money to pay for their tuition, B, trade profitably at a consistent level to be able to generate the income that they needed to live off?
Yeah. So basically, are you asking about how to implement all that?
No, yes. how the guys you knew at university, how they did it? Did any of them show you? You mentioned a guy earlier on. Did any of them show you how they actually traded to become or to be able to live off their trading income?
Yeah. So everything was about technical analysis. Yes. So what was mind-boggling to me is that the majority of them applied just pure technical analysis. And by the way, Jason and Akil as well. So even though everyone knows that fundamentals, they really drive the market, that they are very important, practicing trading, main focus was the technical analysis, yes. And it was mind-boggling to me. And moreover, I saw that watching the trades of my peers, watching the trades of Akil and Jason, the main thing about these trades was the fact that risk to reward there was relatively low. So they were not looking for huge gains from one trade. Yes, it was like 1.5 risk to reward trades, 2.1 to 1 risk to reward trades. So they were not greedy with their take profits. And moreover, they had very extended stop losses, very safe stop losses. Yeah. Yes. And when you see the ads on YouTube, on different websites, there's a very tiny little stop there and huge take profit like that. And something like great winning signals, 10-1 risk to reward, make 10% with one trade. But when you watch how consistently profitable traders do that, it is completely different. Yes. So main thing right here is not to be greedy. Yes, not to be greedy. Accept that the market is it is phenomenally hard to catch the market moves. And it is very important to have very, very, very safe stop loss.
Yeah. And I suppose like as a student, I was just sort of trying to do the maths in my head. If you've got so say you can pull $1,000 together, or I mean, like student loan will give you some money. So maybe you've got a couple of grand. Even if you risk a little bit more than what you probably should, maybe you risk 10%. So that's $200 per trade. You take 1-to-1 or even 1.5-to-1, you're going to make 200 to $300. I mean, people can live off that, right? You can live off that for a week as a student with student accommodation. I suppose that all makes sense, doesn't it? Easy enough to do. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So any students listening, hopefully that gives you some insight into what you can do if you do want to make, try and make it as a trader and trade your way through the education. Now, okay, cool. So let's talk about your trading now. So, and first of all, I want to try and find out how much have you veered off what you learnt from Jason and Akil and those guys to what you're doing now. Is it like cookie cutter, exactly the same, or have you adapted things and are quite different?
Of course, it is a bit different. And what is very important for all the newbie traders to realize is that I believe that it is impossible to just take the trading strategy of some profitable trader and just to trade it. The trading strategy must kind of meet your psyche, yes. And here, what is important is that all the things that you do, all the steps in your trading plan must make sense to you. So when you practice, you always adapt, you adjust your trading strategy, yes, so that you become confident in the rules that you apply. So when I was following Jason, when I was following Akil, the analysis, the part of the analysis was very straightforward. Yes, they were analyzing multiple time frames. They were looking for key levels, and from key levels, they are looking for entries. But their entries were a bit different than the entries that I apply, because their entries were based on FEPs, yes, Fibonacci retracement and extensions, the confluence zones, and my entries are more about price action patterns. And the main point is that just price action patterns make sense to me, and FEPs not really. These are the numbers, and while the FEPs and candles, while the price action patterns and candlestick pattern formations, I can derive the information from them. I can't derive the information from FEPs, so I was adjusting my trading strategy. Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's okay, so it's a different kind of strategy. We'll get into the stats second, but yeah, it's interesting around Fibonacci. I mean, like, it's almost, I wonder if it's a self-fulfilling prophecy in terms of there's so many traders using it, and a lot of good traders using it, that the levels actually hold. So it's not magic numbers. It's just like a tool that everyone's using, and the levels tend to hold. I mean, I did use it at one point, and I found that looking at certain things, and one of the robots I've got on my Robot Builders Club is based on the Fibonacci expansion, and what I found was a certain pattern. When it played out, it was like played out every single time. The problem I had with it was I couldn't work out whether or not. I suppose it was just literally down to me at the time of saying I've been greedy. That was it, because I was like, I want to get it to the 1.618 or 161.8 versus the 100 level, or versus the 61.8. Now, sometimes it'll go to 61.8, sometimes 100, sometimes 116. Had I just only ever taken it to the 61.8, I probably would have made money and be still trading it. But I was greedy. I wanted the one that went the furthest, and then often that was the one that would give the biggest R as well. So, the Fibonacci's are interesting. Now, talking. Okay, let's.
So I'm not trying to say that FEBs don't work. The main problem is that it is very hard to to make sense, from these fib numbers. So you see these numbers in the chart. You can spot the confluence zone, the confluence area with the fibs. But then, so what? This question, so what? Why this numbers? This why? And the absence of the answer. Yes, I was Googling, I was looking for the answer why these numbers work. And I couldn't find. Yes, it is like the dogma. Yes, it is just the thing that you should embrace. And for me, that is not enough, unfortunately. So I was looking for something else. I was looking for the things that truly make sense to me. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so what does your trading look like now? I mean, how many trades a week are you taking?
So I'm a very, very conservative trader. So I trade around 3-4 positions per week usually, and of course sometimes it is different. Sometimes I can have like 8 positions per week, and sometimes I can have just 1. So can I introduce the listeners to my trading strategy in brief? Yes. Yeah. So I'm applying the classic top-down trading strategy, meaning that I use multiple time frame analysis, starting from higher time frames, weekly, daily, and then analyzing the intraday time frames like 4 hour and 1 hour. My task is to identify the market trend on higher time frames, on weekly, on daily, get where the market is going. And there I'm looking for the key levels, the points from where the next bullish or bearish move will most likely start. And then I'm waiting for the moment when the key level is reached. I'm waiting for the moment when the level is approached by the price. And then I start analyzing lower time frames, the 4 hour, 1 hour time frames. And there I'm looking for the confirmation. My confirmation is the price action pattern. Yes, so I'm looking for the head and shoulders pattern, the double top, double bottom, the flag, the wedge, the triangle, the pattern that confirms the reversal from a level that I spotted. Yes, that is the strategy that I apply.
Okay, and what time frames would you actually enter a trade on?
So it is 4 hour, 1 hour. Yes, I don't go lower. Yeah. So I'm kind of the entries. Most of the entries are on hourly time frame, but I also can take the entry on 4 hour time frame.
And are you placing stop limit orders or market orders?
Always with the limit orders. Yes, always with the limit orders.
And so, okay, so when you're actually setting up for a trade, you do the work, you set the orders, you walk away. Is that how it works?
So I manage the charts with the alerts. Yes, I have the alerts on key levels. When I get the notification from a broker that the key level is reached, I open the intraday time frame, and with the alerts, I am looking for the reversal pattern here. Then when you spot the reversal pattern, it can be, for example, the double top. When you see the double top, these are minor support there that must be broken. So everything is managed with alerts. Yes, time management plays very important role in my life. So I can't naturally spend each and every minute staring at charts. Yes, I can do something else. So I manage my charting with alerts. Yeah.
And so how long would you have to spend waiting for the pattern to play out once your key level's been hit? And would you be sitting at the charts for that period of time, or do you do something different?
Yeah, what is sad is the fact that once the key level is reached, there is no guarantee that the pattern will be formed. Sometimes the market just naturally breaks the key level. Sometimes the market respects the key level without the formation of the pattern. And yes, and sometimes the reversal pattern is formed. So you never know. You never know. That is why it is so important to analyze the charts consistently, to return to them like each and every 4 hours, for example, to watch what is happening there, because you never know what is happening. Yeah.
Okay, right. So it's a case of you get the alert. So then how many? I'm just trying to picture in my head. So how many hours would you be like having to wait, or 4 hour blocks would you have to wait until you could see the pattern that you're after? Is it like maximum 5, or can it stretch over like weeks? Or days?
Sorry. Yes, I got your question. So, for example, for the market to form a double bottom formation on hourly time frame, it takes around 10 hours, yes, or it can be more. The extended patterns like Head and Shoulders, for example, they can be forming for many days, yes. So it is always different, yes. It always depends on the pattern. The wedge pattern, for example, can be forming for even weeks, yes. So you never know.
So when you get you get this sort of alert, it could be quite a long time from the alert to you actually placing that order.
Yeah. So here I can give I can try to explain how it looks like. For example, we have the rising wedge pattern. Yes, with the rising wedge pattern, you see the higher highs, higher lows, and the market is steadily growing, but at the same time, it contracts within the boundaries of the wedge. So what do I need as the confirmation? I need the breakout of the wedge. But of course, with the alert, it is quite hard to set to find the exact place where the alert must be set to spot the breakout. So what I do when I see the rising wedge pattern approaching a key resistance, I simply set my alert just around the last higher level. Yes. And once the last higher level is reached, it signifies that most likely there I have the breakout. And if the market just goes higher, if the price sets new highs, I just adjust my alert based on the last higher level of the wedge. I know it's quite complicated stuff right here for the newbies, but on the chart, if you draw the wedge, yes, just find the last higher level, and there must be your alert to spot the valid breakout.
And what do you use for alerting? What kind of
Trading
software?
View.
Trading View. Okay,
Trading
cool.
View.
Also, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which is quite good because you can do angle alerts and all sorts of stuff. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so if you had to look at a month's worth of data, or even maybe 2 months, what's your win rate on your trading?
My average win rate is 65%, but this year something is different. So the win rate dropped to 55%. Yes. And
your risk to reward, so you mentioned 2 to 1.
Is 1.5, the average one. Yes.
Okay. It sounds very similar to approach that another guy's been on the show, Cass Darman, does. With his like just over, I don't know if you've met the guy or heard of him. He's just got over 1 hour, I think, take profit, and also trades about the same rate as you, looking for price action at certain points and stuff. So with the key levels. So interesting. I don't believe you've taken Jason or Akil stuff. I can't remember 100%. Now, instruments. How many pairs are you going on and analyzing when you're looking at the charts?
I am analyzing a lot of different financial instruments. Of course, I have a lot of trading accounts, and of course, my main trading account is for forex trading. So there, I have major forex pairs. I have the dollar pairs, euro pairs, pound pairs. There's all the majors, and also I have the CFDs on oil and CFDs on gold and silver. That is my main account. But also, I follow crypto. I follow some big stocks and indexes. So I analyze a lot of different financial instruments each and every day.
So your trades could come on any of those instruments?
Yes. So I trade for my trading strategy, for my top-down trading strategy, I trade I trade forex and crypto. For investing purposes, I watch stocks, yes, and I prefer just to buy and hold major stocks, major indexes.
So if you had to sort of break your trading day down, what does that look like?
Yeah, so the most important day for me is Monday. So I wake up very early in the morning, usually it is around 6 a.m. on Monday. And the first thing that I do, I remove all the drawings from the instruments that I analyze, from all the instruments in my watch list, and I draw them again. I analyze the charts again. Yes, each and every Monday I do that. And then usually after the analysis, I'm looking for the pairs, the instruments that are approaching key levels. Yes, the pairs that are close to key levels. And if I have such pairs, then I am looking for the reversal formations, the price action patterns, yes, on intraday time frames. And with the alerts, I am looking for the breakouts. Yes. So each and every day in the morning, I do the key level check. Yes, I open the charts that I analyzed and I watch the instruments that are on key levels. If I don't see any instrument on the key level, then I just do something else. I record the videos for my YouTube channel. I do the live streaming or writing, something like that. So that is my classic morning routine.
And how long would it take you to go through all the pairs and delete the levels, then mark up the levels on a Monday?
It's around, on Monday, it is from 6 a.m. to 1 or 2 p.m. It is a very long process, yes, because it is very important to spot all the major key levels, all the points. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when I return back to the charts in the morning, it takes just 1-2 hours to go through all the instruments in my watch list.
Cool. Now, what do you think made you different from other people out there who are doing this, either learning from you or learning from other people that are struggling to make this happen? What do you think made you different?
The main problem, I was working with many struggling traders, and the main problem, unfortunately, is the expectations. Unfortunately, when people come, when people want to trade forex, stocks, crypto, they expect very high returns. Yes, just investing like $1,000, they expect to make 5,000, 10,000 monthly, and of course, it doesn't work like that. Yes. For some reason, most of the people think that forex trading is like a cash machine. Here, with just one single trade, you can become rich quick. And the fact that I met the consistently profitable traders when I was studying in university helped me to get the correct expectations. Yes. And that helped me to stay afloat. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very much that trips a lot of people up. It tripped me up for a long time. It was,
yes, you
just have these expectations that you can't get away from, and it's just sorely disappointed most of the time. Right, so
may I add something else right here, by the way? And the fact that right now we have this crypto bubble, it always really affects, because when some traders contact me and ask what is my monthly return, for example, and I say 5%, 4%, they say, come on, bro, I made like 150% on one crypto trade. Yeah, who is the pro here? And don't confuse the luck with the skill. And unfortunately, right now, many people made so much money on crypto, and they think that it is because of their skill. But the majority just was gambling. Yeah.
So it's a longevity thing, right? So if you learn the art of trading, you learn the art of technical analysis or reading the fundamentals, then that you've got that for life, right? Whereas I suppose what you're saying and what I'm seeing as well is like that, the guys that are doing well in crypto now are doing well because crypto's going up. Nobody's really shorting it. And if anything, they're just taking their profits and holding it until the market drops down, and then they're buying again. So it's a bit like, I suppose, investing in the S&P or something like that, where it's been just going up and up and up. But the thing with that is it's not often going down, so you can't really get back in it that often. So, okay, cool. Now, did remind me of something. Yeah, so back on that sort of whole not understand or not listening to, not believing, not wanting to sort of accept what other people who are more experienced, have been there, done that, are saying, which you obviously did, which was a big thing for you. It reminds me of when I had this guy on called VP from No Nonsense Forex, which is ages ago. And I actually listened to some of his podcasts. It was a really good, fun podcast. And he was saying that that he's like, right, so the first thing is OPM. OPM is the first thing you want to do. Use other people's money to trade. Don't use your own. So get funding from some other outfit so that you can actually trade. Like these guys up here, City Traders Imperium. And I was just like, back then I was like, nah, you can probably do it with your own. And I was like, completely discounted it. And I know a lot of people do that, including myself, obviously. So it's something that you can, you guys listening can think about. How many times you've done that? Are you doing that now? Is that something you need to think about? Now, steps to go from working at a day job to growing an account. What would you recommend?
Yeah, so here a lot of different options. Everything depends, of course, on the financial situation of a trader. Because the best option, of course, if you have a nice full-time job to save money and deposit in your trading account, build a big trading account, yes, and with that, trade and become consistently profitable. Yes, that is one of the ways. But I know that many people are in a very terrible financial situation. And of course, they have no savings. Yes, and they cannot trade with a big trading account for a lot of different reasons. So to them, my advice is to learn to trade with a small account. Like, it doesn't really matter. It can be the $100 account. What matters is the risk management. In case if they learn to make steady profits with the low drawdown, they can make their trading statistics public, and they can attract the third parties, yes, that will invest. And trust me, it is not that hard to find the investors. There are a lot of people who are looking for the profitable traders. And once you show the numbers, once you show the stats, definitely you will find a person who will trust you. Yeah, so that is my advice. And also, gambling can play out. I can even tell you this story how I made very, 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 very huge amount of money just gambling.
With like casino gambling or online poker?
With Forex.
Oh, right.
Forex.
Yeah.
So it was the moment when there were this Brexit polls. I think it was 2015 or 2016, and there could be just two outcomes there. Britain leaves European Union and Britain stays. And of course, if it leaves, it would lead to a very strong bearish rally on pound. And if they stay, it would lead to a bullish rally on pound. So what I did, we all knew in advance the date of the polls and days of the publication of the results. And it was Tuesday, as I remember that correctly. So what he did, I opened two trading accounts and with very, very big leverage. And at the moment of the publication of the results, on one account, I opened a very big long position without stop loss, of course. And on the second account, I opened a short position with a big, without stop loss, with a very big lot. And yes, and the bearish rally there was crazy. Yes. So gambling is also an option to make money. Unfortunately, such opportunities are very rare. Yes, we must admit that. And there's no guarantee that you make money this way. But there is also the opportunity to do like that.
Yeah, interesting stuff. That's fascinating. Now, what about a trader's mindset? Have you got any tips that you tell people or hints that you give people around trying to get their mindset right?
The main thing right here is the personal responsibility. Yes, it is very important to be disciplined. Yes, very, 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 very important to learn to follow the rules. Yes, to do the same thing again and again and again and again. So my best advice to traders is to learn to follow your rules. Yes, it is the most important thing right here.
Yeah, it can be quite hard to do, but yeah, guys, that's what you got to do. Now, we're going to jump into the quickfire round here, so a few questions to help sort of summarize things for people. Now, first one is, how long did it take you to go from newbie to consistently profitable?
Yeah, so as I told, 3 years of struggling trading, when I was constantly blowing the accounts, when I didn't know what to do, when I didn't get how the market works. Then 1 year of break-even trading, when I was trading, and at the end of the day, I got just zero. Yes, so 4 years, I would say, and only then, steadily, I started to make profits.
What's your favorite entry setup?
My favorite entry setup is, of course, it is the trend following trading. So imagine on a daily time frame, you spot a major falling channel, major falling parallel channel, and you are waiting for the moment, you are patiently waiting for the moment when the resistance of the channel is reached. Yes, and then the resistance is reached. You open the intraday time frames like 4 hour and you see a very cute rising wedge pattern there. Yes, so what you do there, you are waiting for the breakout of the wedge, and then bears break that. Yes, and this is the moment for you to short. You open your sell limit order and retest. And boom, the market retests the broken support of the wedge, and boom, it drops, and you catch very nice winner there. Yes,
awesome.
You really like such kind of setups, yeah.
And how do you manage these trades? Are you like moving your stop at all, or just letting it hit take profit or stop?
So I usually follow such method. I have a take profit level lying on the closest strong structure. And there I close the major part of the position. And 30% of the position, 40% of the position I keep for trailing stop, just to catch the occasional big winner. And of course, they are rare, but sometimes you make very decent profits, yes, applying such a method.
Cool. And do you have a recommended book or resource that you'd send people to?
Considering the resource, of course, it is TradingView. What I like about TradingView, you can see there the perspective of different traders. You can see how other traders see the market, how they perceive the chart. And sometimes you see the things that you didn't notice. Yes. And it is phenomenally important. It really opens your eyes. Yeah. And concerning the books, I would recommend Black Swan by Taleb. Yes, it's not really about trading, but it will help to fix your expectations concerning trading, concerning the financial markets in general.
And obviously, probably your YouTube channel as well looked pretty good. I mean, I'd pretty love that in, but we'll put that in the links. What's your preferred broker and trading platform?
I really like CTrader platform. The main reason why I like that, of course, and MetaTrader is not good. Yeah. Even though many traders apply that, in my view, it is not good.
It's Russian, isn't it? Is it made in Russia?
CTrader.
Oh,
no, it is
MetaTrader. Is
MetaTrader?
Not MetaTrader.
No. I don't think. Yeah,
somebody told me that once. Maybe they were joking. I don't know.
Yeah. But I won't be surprised if it's Russian. So what is good about CTrader is, first of all, you have the partial position close there. It is very, 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 very nice feature to close, to have TP1, TP2, TP3.
Yeah. The sort of shield that they've got, isn't it? It's like a shield.
Protection. Yes. Also, they have the position size calculator inside the platform, so you can always measure your risk. You can, with each and every trade that you take, you can measure the lot size so that you risk 1%. 2%. Yes, and you have there a lot of advanced features like the automatic position break-even and stuff. Very, very, very nice. Nice one. And as a broker, I apply IC Markets. Very good broker in my view.
Hey folks, ever wonder what broker I use? Well, I use Hanko Trade. It was a no-brainer because I was looking for a broker with good trading conditions and one that wouldn't restrict my leverage. Now, by joining Hanko Trade, I've also cut down my trading costs significantly with their super low commission of just $1 per 100K. You can learn more at hankotrade.com or just click the link I've put in the description. Cool. And do you want to walk us through your worst ever trade?
Oh, considering the recent, there was the moment when this COVID crisis started, and I guess we all saw this crazy bearish rally on oil, on crude oil. Yeah, that was crazy. And I'm trading CFDs on oil, and when the price dropped to 10 level, then I thought that is too low. That is naturally too low, and I decided to buy from that level. Yeah, and there was no confirmation there, nothing. I just thought that it is too low. And then it dropped to 5 level. Yeah, just $5 per barrel. That is crazy, I thought. This time it is still low. So I bought it again. And then it dropped to 1. So with this, and it was the moment when I completely broke my rules. I just thought that how the hell the barrel of oil can cost $1, but it then dropped again, and I made minus 5% of my trading account. Yeah, that was, and I thought that it is finally my moment to become rich. Yes, now I buy it. yeah, and I catch the gigantic bull run. But instead, it dropped almost to 0. Yes, and it is how it is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. A couple of interesting things here around Brexit and the oil. That's fantastic. Now, before we wrap up, do you want to leave our listeners with one piece of advice?
One piece of advice. Try to make a plan for your trading week. So, state the time when you should analyze the charts, when you usually trade, and each and every day follow this plan. Learn to consistently analyze the charts. Learn to do that day after day. Yes, you must learn to be disciplined. Yes, if you want to become profitable in trading, you must follow the plan. So the best option for you to start with is to just schedule your day and follow that. Yeah.
Great advice. Well, look, before we wrap up, what's the best way for the traders to get hold of you?
I have the YouTube channel, Vasily Trader, and also Instagram and Telegram channel. So a lot of lessons there, the live streams. I write the educational articles. So I guess your listeners will enjoy that.
Awesome. Well, look, a big thank you to Vasily for sharing with us today. Everything we discussed here, along with all the links, are in the show notes. To find them, simply search for Vasily. That's Vasily in the search box on tradingnut.com. Until next time, I wish all my listeners trading happiness and success. All right, guys, so there you go. Interview with Vasily done and dusted. Now, do remember we did shoot that video over there on YouTube where he breaks down S&P 500 trade. Basically, you get to learn his multi-time frame analysis. We talk about, he does another Euro US dollar trade as well, and we're going to get to see how this SPX trade plays out. So did it turn out to be a profitable trade? I'm going to jump in the charts and find out that for you. So that's all over there in that video that you can go and check out after listening to this. Now, other things, remember, we've got the Happy Singles bot, which did grow the account in December by 11% using 1% risk. So real good bot from what I've seen so far. You can get access to that. It's been taken off the market, but I'm going to give you access for a short period of time if you subscribe to the Robot Builders Club deal that I'll be chucking up there this January 2022. So if you do want to get access to that, then check that out. Also with that comes the Trailblazer bot, which is the bot that I've put up there this January. So it's a new bot in the lab. We're going to see how it goes. It's pretty damn aggressive. So we're going to see how that performs. It could be complete and utter failure, or it could go really well. But it is high risk. It is a high risk bot. And last but not least, remember, Genius Trader coming soon. So stay tuned. Guys, I'll see you in the markets.